DrJohnB.com is where you find Mr. Braccio. Dr. Braccio, Regional Psychological Services in East Lansing, joins us every Tuesday about this time. Pain, physical pain, mental pain. But what if you have so much physical pain it drives you into mental pain? I can understand. Although my pain has been temporarily physical, at least up to this point. But there are folks, Doc Braccio. Good morning, doctor. How are you?
Well, good morning to you. And Mike, this is a topic near and dear to me because I do a lot of work with spinal cord stimulator evaluations and talk to a lot of people that are in chronic pain. And, because of my regularly doing these evaluations pertaining to spinal cord stimulators to help reduce pain, I'm often talking to people who just really are just in this day-to-day pain and seeking relief. Also because I've treated persons to offer mental health suggestions on how to overcome chronic pain. I'm aware of the really large numbers of people have to find ways to cope with pain as best they can, resulting from arthritis, osteoporosis, sciatica, split disc, fibromyalgia, neuropathy, migraine headaches, or any other situation that causes chronic pain. Because most of us have pain that comes and then we know it's going to go away. But there are people that have pain that's always there, and it's that type that never fully leaves you. It can vary from day to day, but it's always there. And how persons individually cope with pain on a regular basis depends on the person and the pain they are dealing with, as well as the ability and desire to find mental health techniques to help to go along with any pain medications they're prescribed. Now, finding and maintaining effective mental health strategies to overcome pain have become more important as we as a society realize that many pain medications are leading to addictions by people in pain. We're talking about codeine, tramadol, Oxycontin. Things that people become addicted to. So the important thing to remember is that, giving into pain is never acceptable, okay? And now because there are persons not taking medications and just more and more people just having physical issues, there really is a need to really work on strategies, mental health strategies, because if you don't, anxiety, depression, and worse pain can occur. Now, mental health strategies to try to ameliorate pain and maintain gains that one has obtained through pain management would include positive affirmations that reinforce, support your strategies for pain management. Realistic goals, Mike, you remember as you deal with your pain, keeping track of your progress for reinforcement encouragement. See going backwards is something that can occur, but is really something to try to always move forward as your goal. Change goals based on the reality of your circumstances, accept challenges and difficulties will occur, and try to resolve them as they come up as best you can. Accept there are times you will need help and ask for it. Nothing wrong with needing help, and if you do, just be open to saying, hey, I need some help. A strong sense of spirituality can also be helpful. Do progressive relaxation, deep breathing, and self-hypnosis to help reduce pain, anxiety, and depression when the pain is strong and hard to cope with. Reward yourself as you continue on your road to maintaining your ability to fight your pain as best you can, and possibly seeking out a therapist experienced in pain management to help you as you mentally try strategies to help ameliorate your chronic pain and maintain it. And my final point, Mike, is that chronic pain is something horrible to deal with day in and day out, and any mental health strategy that can be used to help eliminate it and maintain pain relief needs to be considered and tried. And I don't know if you've had much experience with people that are in chronic pain, but it's a pretty horrible situation. Your back, your lower lumbar could go out. You've got sciatica. There's things that just constantly are there. You're not able to walk much. You're not able to do much. It's a bad situation to be in, and it's there all the time. It's really a tough situation to deal with.
And isn't it amazing? Amazing, such a, we use that. Oh, you're amazing. Amazing is, we shouldn't use the word so much, but it is. It's a miracle how tied in our mind and our attitude and our mental health is to physical pain. We often look at physicality and mental stuff as two different realms, but they're tied together.
That is really true. And the problem with pain is a lot of times people don't want to do anything, and they don't realize that if they don't do anything and don't try to find techniques to deal with, their world will become more reduced. They will be able to do less and less. And it's hard, because if you have this pain, that a lot of times just walking, doing anything is really very difficult for you. My advice is always to try to find things that you can do, whatever there might be out there. And sometimes just being able to do your body relaxation, do the muscles kind of go, it's time to relax, and all the time breathing in and breathing out.
Yeah.
Breathing in, breathing out, and then going right through the body and just trying to relax. And just the affirmations, I can do this, I'm going to work on this, I'm going to cope with this. Things like this become quite important, because it's a very difficult life. It can boost your life. This is where these spinal cord stimulators do help people in terms of in a way, it's kind of turns off the pain, so to speak, or the connection going to the brain for the pain. So these can be helpful. But not everybody will get one of those. Not everybody's eligible to have one. And they're just people that just have pain. There's sciatica pain. We talk to people, I'm sure, regularly. If we went to a big box store and had a microphone and said, hey, who in here has back pain, or who in here has sciatica pain?
You'd have a line.
Well, we'd have people running over there. We'd have to hide behind the cashier somewhere. So I think that we have to be aware there are more and more people doing this, but people don't want to give up. They want to find techniques, strategies, things that help them. In addition, certainly medication can be helpful, but we are at a time that it's important to just keep working at coping, finding things to keep you going. Some people go to pools in terms of, will join areas that will have a pool. That people try to do a little walking. They'll handle the walk and then sit down and try to expand that. They will try exercises. Go ahead.
I've had family members who actually move to a different climate just for their joint pain.
Yes. That is another thing that can happen. Arizona seems to be a favorite, okay? Sometimes the dampness and the cold can have a real negative effect. So I'm certainly not trying to be negative. My point is never give up, and always try to find strategies and things that can help reduce the pain, or find ways to cope with it, to kind of move forward, because not doing it leads to just living a shell of a life, doing absolutely nothing. So you have to keep trying, keep moving.
Dr. John Braccio, Regional Psychological Services. I just want to say, next time you do the example of breathe in, breathe out, do that with your voice and the soothing, it's very soothing. You almost hypnotized me there for a second, telling me to breathe in, breathe out. You could tell me to bark like a dog. I'd probably do it right now because I'm hypnotized. I'm just saying. It's 7:18. Hey, doctor, we got to let you go. Dr. John Braccio, drjohnb.com on the web. Next week, my friend.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. 1320 WILS. I thought we lost him there.